Bro, I saw the craziest thing the other day. It was like these friends, and she got like a mystery tattoo that he decided, right? Bro, he did the dirty on it. This guy tattooed a snail trail onto his female friend because one time they went swimming and she had a snail trail. Bro, so it was like tattooed hair going all the way up her belly button.
The other day you said that you had a dream of me, and I was like, that's so sad.
I had a dream. We were picking up little diamonds from the floor, and you were like, nah, G, leave them. They're tiny. And I was like, not a chance, bro. Collect them. Collect them. Bro, last night I had a dream that I amputated both my hands. It was bonkers. Bro, did you ever have a pet monkey?
Would I have one? Nah. What?
And I was watching.
That's the most random question.
I was watching Instas today about like pet monkeys. I'm like, bro, it'd be sick. It'd be full on. But it'd be sick to have a pet monkey.
Is that one where that guy was like getting like pampered by a monkey?
Nah.
Have you seen that one?
No.
This guy's pet monkey is like shaking his beard. It's like doing with the monkey stuff.
All right, guys, welcome to our first.
Wait. I already clapped us in before.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Bro, I was just clapping for myself.
Yeah.
Oh, sheesh. We're off to a good start.
Into it. Let's go.
We're off to a good start. All right, guys, welcome to our. Jazz hands. Oh, jeez. Bro, we're 100% keeping that in. This is the start of the episode.
All right, guys.
This is our first episode, guys. This is our new podcast. I'm Alfie. No. We are not off to a good start.
This is good. We set up for 3 hours to get to where you don't know who you are.
We got a cool set, but we can't talk.
Oh, man.
All right, we're not going to officially start it again, but we'll start it again.
Yeah, we'll start it again.
We are called Cut to the Chase. That's what this podcast is called. And my name is Liam, not Alfie.
Yes,
this is
and I am Alfie.
Alfie. Nice. And yeah, we're pretty excited about this. New project.
Yeah.
It's going well, as you can tell from the start.
Yeah, man. You know, we've put some hard work into this.
We have,
and put a lot of effort into getting to where we are now.
100%.
Right, we've had a few trial and errors, and here we are.
Lots more errors than...
Lots more.
But hey, we learned heaps. Yeah. But yeah, our podcast, it's called Cut to the Chase, like we say. And basically, we'll get into like who we are a little bit later in the episode. But the vision for this podcast is what? It's a wholesome podcast.
Yep.
Where we talk about different things in life. We give men's perspective on certain topics of life, and also different cultures too, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, we'll get into this a little bit later, but you're from New Zealand.
Yeah.
I'm from the UK. We come together in Australia. We've got these 3 cultures that mix together, and yeah, just kind of exploring that.
Yeah.
Anything you'd add to that?
I think when we've been talking about it the last few weeks to like all of our friends, we like, you know, the first thing that people would say will, oh, so like what's your podcast about?
Yeah.
And it's really hard to sort of explain what we're trying to do because we're just trying to have conversation. Like, you
100%,
know, we're trying to have a perspective from a Kiwi, an Englishman, and then also a barber and a therapist as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's like, it's all about perspective and what we can offer to, even if it helps someone. Like,
for sure, bro. Yeah, for sure. And I think, like, again, we'll probably get into this later, but like my passion for being involved in this is, as a therapist, I want to break that kind of like barrier into entering therapy for specifically men, but all people. I think this podcast is for everyone, but specifically men. Like, what is it like to... I could hear you caught that, bro. Specifically men, like entering into therapy. And like, you know, I'm a trained therapist, and therapy doesn't need to be this big weird thing that we enter into when things are going really wrong in our life and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Yeah, I'm passionate about that.
Yeah.
So.
And also like from the barber perspective where it doesn't have to be all fun and games.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you know, I know, like, you know, we tend to laugh and it's all fun inside a barbershop, but at the same time, like, you know, there are some pretty like real things that come through the shop.
100%.
Real conversations to be had as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's cool, man. Oh, well, without further ado, we'll probably get into introducing ourselves. So let's get to know each other, I reckon. let everyone know we obviously know each other, but let everyone else know who we are.
Yeah.
3 questions. One of them might be quick fire, but we'll start with this one. Where are you from?
From Auckland, New Zealand, and my heritage, where my parents are from Samoa.
From Samoa.
Yeah.
Auckland, New Zealand is, for the Englishman here, north, south, where is it?
North Island.
North Island.
Yeah, North Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Queenstown?
Queenstown, South Island.
Okay. Is Auckland the capital?
No. Wellington is.
Wellington is the capital of
big
New Zealand.
Battle there. Yeah, big battle there between who is the
I didn't know that.
The capital back in the days.
Yeah,
Wellington's cool. Wellington makes sense because it's the middle of New Zealand. It's right at the bottom of the North Island.
Okay.
And so it's halfway for everyone, I guess.
That's kind of like Australia. When we've been here for 7 years. When I first came to Australia, I thought Sydney was the capital.
Yeah, same.
And then I realised it was Canberra, and I was like, where the heck is Canberra?
Yeah, and who is Canberra?
Yeah, what's this Canberra town? I've still never been to Canberra.
Me neither.
Yeah. I don't think there's much there. Yeah, nice.
Where are you from?
So I'm from northwest of England. The city's called Preston. So if you know like Manchester and Liverpool, I'm in that kind of area.
Yeah.
Preston. Yeah, it is apparently the newest, I think, still, hopefully, the newest city in the UK.
The newest?
The newest city. I think.
What would that mean? Like what?
Like we turned officially into a city in I reckon it was for the millennium, 2000 maybe. I think the Queen made our town a city.
Jeez, that's recent.
Bro, I reckon this could be completely made up, but I'm pretty sure that's what I know from school. Yeah. We'll cross-reference that, but I'm pretty sure
let's just fact-check that.
We'll fact-check it. Also, a really, really, important thing about where I'm from is, Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah.
It's from my hometown.
Love. Next question.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah. So I am a psychotherapist. Got a psychotherapy business, and I'm also a CrossFit coach. Do 2 things.
Yeah.
Juggle the 2 things, but passionate about both of them. But yeah, psychotherapist is kind of my what I'm trying to make my main gig.
Yeah.
And then
what's psychotherapy? What is?
It's a good question. A lot of people ask me this. I think psychotherapy, psychology, very similar things, right? But I'm trained in and super passionate about we're looking at character traits in a human being, like how you orientate in the world and why you orientate the way you do. And first of all, where did that come from? We learn these traits, right? And so where did we learn it? Usually in childhood. And then if you want to change it, let's talk about ways in which we can change that. So I mean, I do stuff which is habitual stuff. So let's say you might want to change a certain habit in your life.
Yeah.
But I'm more passionate about those character traits and people will come to me with different things like relationship issues, and they're I keep having a relationship that goes for 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
And it's okay, cool. Well, there's a habit there, or there's some sort of repetitive pattern. Let's take a look at why that's the case. Yeah.
I think that's something cool that we'll tap into in our later episodes.
Yeah.
Just that side of things. Because, even from me growing up, in my relationship with me and my wife, Chaise, there's so many, we grew up completely different.
Yeah, okay.
And so we bring something completely different to the table.
Yeah.
And it's learning how to, I guess, respect and compromise with a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that we can live in harmony together.
Yeah, for sure. I think, definitely when it comes to relationships, we all have our own worldviews, right? And then we come together and that can be good, that can be bad, various different things happen. But that's kind of that's where I'm also really passionate about trauma therapy. So super passionate about working with people that have experienced maybe childhood trauma or acute trauma. So car accidents or something that they've experienced. I love it, man. It's such a good job. I'm passionate about it. It's like CrossFit coaching. It doesn't feel like work. I just love doing what I do, right?
Yeah.
Just helping people.
That's cool.
What about you? Tell me a bit more about you. Obviously, you mentioned you're a barber.
I am a barber. Yep, I'm a barber, and I'm also a business owner. So I own a shop called Lighthouse Barbers in Newport in Melbourne. Yeah. It's been running for 4 years now, and I've been in the industry for, I think, coming up to 15 years.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. It's been cool. It's been fun. Love people. Love cutting hair.
That's it, I reckon. And that's something that I know about both of us is we just love interaction with people. and like barbering is your avenue of doing that, like your creative way of doing that. For those that are watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. They might recognize the backdrop, right? Because you got a sick shop. So we were like, hey, it's the perfect place.
Yeah, this is, we're shooting this episode. Well, we'll be shooting our podcast in the shop because it's how we feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's the vibe.
Yeah.
Do it for the vibes.
Home for us, huh?
That's cool.
It's it's cool. I mean, like, so you obviously train at my gym, and then I recently cut my hair off. Yeah, which was cool. Like, I had long hair. Yeah. Came to you, was like, I think I'm gonna cut it off, and then we finally bit the bullet, and you gave me this cut, which is, I'm due for an upgrade. I'm due for a freshen up,
a redo,
bro. Now, once you go the skin fade, you gotta keep on top, hey.
Oh, bro, 100%.
Keep on top.
People always think that, like, you know, the shorter you go, the more time you get out of a haircut. It's actually not true. The shorter you go, the more often you'll have to get it done.
100%.
It's like if people clean shave.
Yeah,
if you clean shave on Monday, you'll probably need to clean shave again on Wednesday.
It's just effort.
And that's just pretty much what a skin fade is.
Just effort. But I like it, so that's good. It's good. Yeah. Nice. Next question we had is, what is your favorite movie and why?
My favorite movie of all time is Nacho Libre. Yep, Jack Black is the GOAT. It's just I love the humor in it. I love that, like we were just talking about, you know, loving people and our interactions with people. This is a guy, like, you know, the movie's just about this guy who is what do you call the guy? The friar?
On like in a restaurant?
No, a Catholic church. What do you call the guys that do all the chores at a Catholic church?
I don't know, bro.
Oh, they live with the nuns in them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever guy he is. And he's the cook. Like, you know, so he cooks. He cooks for all these orphans, right?
Right.
And then his passion is wrestling. And so he wrestles with this, like, passion versus his duties, and it's forbidden to wrestle as well. But he loves the kids.
Right.
And so, you know, it's just this cool-ass story about how he goes throughout the whole movie trying to do something for the kids. Because he sees that he's making money from, like, wrestling, but then he puts it all back into the kids.
Yeah, right.
And it's so cool, but it's, like, contradicting himself because he's a guy that works for the church. And so it's,
so he makes it? Does he? I haven't watched it. Does he become a pro wrestler?
Yeah, he does.
He does.
He becomes a pro wrestler and then goes and buys, like, a school bus for the orphans.
That's cool.
So they can go and travel and, like, you know, see things. Right. Oh, greatest movie.
I should watch it. Jack Black's got some good movies. I mean, School of Rock, right?
Oh, yeah.
Great
100%.
movie. Yeah, Jack Black's a good guy. Good guy.
Your favorite movie?
My favorite movie,
why?
Is Coach Carter. You watch Coach Carter? Samuel Jackson?
I have, but I can't remember it.
Bro, I think it's a favorite movie for two reasons, right? One, it, like, you know, when a movie just reminds you of a time in your life, like, so I was Coach.
That's me with music.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Like, you just hear a song and you'll just say, ooh.
It takes you back.
Oh,
100%. Bro, there's many things. I was somewhere today. I was at home in my kitchen and I was eating a like a cheese rice cracker. This is gonna sound weird, bro. I was eating a cheese rice cracker and it took me back to, like, eating. Do you get Wotsits in all right? Yeah, right. So it's a UK, like, crisp.
Yeah.
Chip. UK crisp. It's like a cheesy puff kind of thing. A bit like a Cheeto, maybe. I don't really eat Cheetos, but a bit like that. But it just took me back. I was like, takes me back to school. And I was just, like, chomping it, thinking about school. But anyway, crazy. Coach Carter. So, like, the time in which I found Coach Carter and was, like, watching it on repeat was when I was trying to get into a basketball academy for college. So the timing was perfect, bro. It was like my motivation all the time. I watch it on repeat. So then I just loved the story. I loved the story about, like, how through sport, like, these young men's lives were completely impacted and it changed them, and, like, gangs and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just a good movie.
Love those.
Just love it.
Love those wholesome movies.
Yeah, and Samuel Jackson's a badass, man.
And you know the other thing that, oh man, like, American sports movies. Some of the greatest movies. Remember the Titans?
Is that? I don't know if I've only watched the scene. Is that the Brock scene where they start on the back? Yeah. Keep going, Brock.
Give me one more, Brock.
One more, Brock.
One more, Brock.
True story.
Greatest scene, bro.
I was this year I was competing at the CrossFit quarterfinals in a team, right? And I was doing this front squat workout, and bro, I just I had gastros. I was cooked. But anyway, I was like doing these front squats and I was like, I'm going to drop this bar. And then this guy's like, one more. And that scene came into my head. I was like, keep going, Brock.
Keep going, Brock. Give me one more, Brock.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'll keep going.
Good.
This guy's shouting at me. Yeah. American sports movies are good, bro.
Yeah. They just do it so well.
Inspire.
Yeah. They just inspire. I love the ones that are based on true stories as well.
Yeah. They are good. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, so that's a little bit about us. In our next episode, we're going to do origin stories. So we'll get deeper into like our stories and stuff like that. But I think for today, probably enough. Yeah. Kind of getting to know us in the pod. Awesome. So Alfie mentioned we are in his shop.
Yep.
Sick backdrop. I love the wall, bro. It looks good.
Whoa.
And boom. What's this? This is a lily plant. Is that right?
Peace lily.
Peace lily. Right. It's had better days. Hey.
It has had better days. Actually, like, you know what's funny though? When I walked into the shop today to set up, it was right down.
Yeah.
That's actually come to life. If we do
even
quick
review.
What do you call that? Time lapse. If we do a time lapse of this episode, that would have come to life while we were talking.
I think even like this one and this one is standing up more.
Yeah.
Like maybe this guy's had better days. But so this is we're gonna call him Peter the Peace Lily.
Oh, I like that.
Peter the Peace Lily.
Yeah.
I reckon we'll keep an eye on him and see if we can bring him back to life.
Yeah.
Because do you know like how they should look? Should they be up like this?
No.
I'm pretty sure lilies should be white though, yeah? Like there's some sort of flower.
It does have a flower, but these are indoor plants.
Ah.
Yeah.
So it won't.
So these are indoor plants that are made for low light.
Oh,
that's why I bought these ones. I bought this one. I think that's a peace lily.
Bro, it looks like a cheese plant.
I can't remember what this one's called. I have to ask Case.
I reckon it's a peace lily. Hey, if we've got that wrong, put it in the comments. But I'm pretty sure it's peace lily.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why, because we don't get sunlight, direct sunlight. Yeah. So I bought these two plants like specifically because we have low light. Well, I actually just asked him like, look, I don't have sunlight in the shop. What should I get? And they gave me these two plants.
Nice.
And it's so beautiful when it's like alive. Does
it stand up more?
Not too much more than that.
Okay, cool.
That's why I wish you guys saw it when
it first.
Yeah, when it first. So these are really well known for when they tell you when they need water. Yeah. So once it falls,
it's like, hey,
that's
bro,
when it needs. Yeah, it's like, hey, yeah. In case just
I reckon, bro, it's standing to attention. My man's getting hyped.
My guy saw something and was like, hey.
My man's got a sprinkle of the waters going. All right, cool. Yeah, well, we'll keep checking in on Peter.
Yeah.
See how he's
Peter
going.
does need a little bit of love. There's
Yeah, we can give him some TLC. That's good. Nice. But sick set. Loving Peter. Sheesh.
Loving Lily.
Loving the lilies.
Sweet Lily. So this segment we'll do every week, and it's a short, sharp segment. Well, this one won't be that short, but it's just a segment.
Yeah.
And it's called Talk of the Shop. And what we wanted to do was, what's the general talk of the shop?
Yeah.
Either it's in our shop, or it's in the gym, or it's with, I guess you can't go into specifics with.
Yeah, for sure.
Things, but there's some pattern, I guess.
Topic.
Yeah, a topic that's happening at the moment. And so I think you had one, right?
Yeah.
Talk of the shop for us today.
Yeah, well, I reckon so. I'm going to start with this one because it's an easy entry. It's entry, but it's a bit deep. Netflix. Talk of the shops.
Yeah.
Or like at the gym, we're always talking about what's people watching.
Right.
Do you have that at the shop?
Man, like that's almost every day.
Yeah.
And that's the funniest thing about it is that's where I get my recommendations from.
Yeah.
For all my clients.
Sheesh.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, like either they ask me or I ask them.
Yeah. What are you watching?
And then I've got a list of notes.
Yeah.
Of like all the things.
You write it down.
I write everything down.
Let's go. Yeah. So today's Talk of Shop we're talking about a Netflix documentary series that I started watching. Nice. It's called World's Worst Ex.
World's Worst
Ex. So have you watched World's Worst Roommate?
Yeah.
Bro, it's the spin-off to this and it's juicy. Yeah. It's juicy. I was watching it last night with Holly and I was like, we should go to bed, but one more. Just one more episode. Is
it the same as World's Worst?
Yeah, like they did the anime drawings and stuff like that.
Oh,
do you remember that? Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's like that.
But is it the same as in there's each individual episode?
Yes, yeah. Each episode is a different story.
Oh, that's
Bro. So if you're going to watch this, then maybe you want to fast forward. If not, I'm going to do a review of, I believe it's the first episode, might be the second, probably the second. So this is the scene, right? So it's like this dude, and there's multiple partners involved in this ep. So there's like, I think they interview 3 or 4 women. And basically, the episode starts with like a 911 call, and it's the recorded call is like this lady, and she received a phone call from her friend being like, I think she said something like, I need to go to hospital. And then the phone cuts out. And then she tries calling again, no answer. So she calls 911 and she's like, I'm driving to my friend's house. Like, can you meet me? Can you get like EMTs to meet me there? Something's happened to my friend. So they get there, roll up. She's knocking on the door. She's like shouting her friend's name. And then she hears like a help me kind of call out. Yeah. So she's like, oh, she's around in the kitchen, rolls around. She can't get in the house. She's in the kitchen. Then she hears like these bangs. And then like the screaming stops. And then she hears scream again. Bang, bang, bang. Then she goes to the garage and this guy walks out. But the guy is this girl's boyfriend. And the girl's boyfriend's like, oh, she's having a heart attack. So fast forward. Friend walks in. Guy does one. He jumps in his car. Skirt. Gets out of town. Right? She goes in. Girl's been bashed, man. Like bad. This girl's been beaten. Anyways, we'll pause that there. Long story short, it rewinds back in time and goes back to Vegas. One of this guy's exes did the same thing. Bashed her up. She went to the police. Police kind of took it seriously, didn't take it too seriously. He went to jail for like 100 days or something like that. Gets released. Starts stalking her. Bashes her again. Then meets another girl. Same story, bro. Same story.
And this is a flashback.
This is a flashback. This is like this girl was like 2020. Flashback's 2014.
Jeez.
Yeah, bro. So long story short, he's like, there's this pattern of just like beating women and like and like almost like getting away with it. I was watching this and I was like, the justice system has not done these girls service. Yeah. Like this dude, one of the girls filed a restraining order against him. They went to serve the restraining order. By this time, my man's got like no job. So he's like depressed, didn't answer the door for the restraining order. Yeah. So the police was like, there's nothing we can do. Just left the restraining order on the floor. Obviously, when the guy finds out, he gets vexed. Yep. Bashes his girl again. Yeah. Kidnaps her for 16 days. Bro, it's crazy. It's such a real like injustice for these women. Yeah. And then it gets even worse, bro. So then the police are like trying to find him. He goes on the run. And whilst he's on the run, the police are searching for him. And they're in these bushes and he's in this house. And he sees them in the house. He sees them in the bushes because the dogs start barking. He sees the police scouting him out. Gets out of town. Skirt, out of town. Then, long story short, bro. He ends up killing 2 guys. 2 older men from his mum's church, kills these 2 older men, and then hides in his ex-girlfriend's house. The police know he's there. They like tear gas him. He ends up killing himself. But, bro, it was just, one of those episodes where you're like, first of all, how is this even a real story? Like, how did this dude even get away with this? But I was just gripped. Yeah. It was crazy, man.
It's crazy that's in the 2000s.
Bro, it was recent. Like, there was body cam footage and everything from the cops.
What?
Yeah, it was bonkers. And I just think it was one of those episodes for me that I was just like, man, I can't believe that, like, this is actually a story. Like, this can actually happen. Yeah.
It's tough, eh? It's tough because, like, you don't know what it's like to be in those situations.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, for a girl.
Yeah, 100,
Like, like, man, like, we could all say, like, run.
Yeah.
Run for the hills. Like,
100%.
Why are you going back? All
100%.
of that. But then, I've heard it heaps of times where people are like, oh, like, but, he's a good guy and they always want to see the best out of them.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, it's crazy.
That was one part of it. Like, one of the girls, he was like, oh, after jail, I've done some counseling. Like, I want to come round and say sorry and stuff like that. Yeah. Came round, they became friends again. And then, like, 3 weeks later, did the same thing again. Like, you feel for these girls, right? Like, they tried to see the good in him and stuff like that. And one of the girls, you know, rightfully so, she was like, I was just embarrassed. I didn't want to tell my friends, like, that this was happening to me.
That's definitely one of the things that I've heard a lot of, like, from a lot of those stories that people are too embarrassed to bring it up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy because sometimes, well, like shame, right?
Yeah.
Like it's one of the, like the deepest, darkest things for like a lot of people.
100%.
It gets us doing like some of the craziest things.
Yeah, and I think like, I also think as like, even as a therapist, right? Like shame from both sides too, right?
Yeah.
Like the perpetrator too, like it's not cool, not condoning anything like that, but there's shame associated with what that person's doing. Like, ultimately they don't know how to control their anger. Like things have often been placed onto them, right? They've been through experiences that mean that they've got all these things going on that they don't know how to deal with. And then rage and anger is like their outlet. And and so like, like I say, not condoning.
That's from a psychotherapist perspective. That's like sort of from his what do you call it? Childhood, right? Like,
well, I think it really depends.
Or he
like,
never dealt with it.
It can depend, I think, on everyone's circumstances is different. Like as a therapist, we're taught like no one story is the same, even though it might sound the same. No one story is the same, right?
100%.
Like dudes that have been in the military that have got PTSD and like just struggle to like, what do I do with the things that I've seen? And like, do you know what I mean? Like, and then like just don't access services, haven't got like the tools to help them with the things that they've experienced. Like it can be a range of things. But so it was an interesting like documentary. It's one of those ones that I was like, but you know, like I wanted to bring it because, you know, cut to the chase. Like we're not necessarily here to talk about the easy things all the time. And I think like it would be also wrong of me to bring up something like this and not talk about like, there are services out there for people that are experiencing this kind of stuff, right? So like, 100%. If domestic violence or anything like this has triggered anything, we'll definitely pop some links down in the description to this video for people to be able to. But that's it. Are you watching anything on Netflix at the minute?
Yeah, man. I'm watching The Rookie.
The Rookie.
Yeah,
I haven't heard of it.
It's this like cop show. Oh, bro, it's so good.
I think you've told me about this.
Oh man, it's so good. It's about like these 3 rookies that joined the LAPD, and 2 of them. One girl is like Asian descent.
Yep.
The other girl or the other dude is like a black guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then the other guy is just a white guy, but he's 45.
Right.
He's 45 as a rookie, and he's joined the LAPD.
He's 45. Yeah. I didn't catch that when you first told me.
He's an old rookie.
Right.
The black guy is the son of like a higher up.
Yeah.
And he's like he flew through
like the school?
Police school. And then the girl, like she's just a high achiever. Like she tries her best every time. And so it just follows these 3 rookies like experience in their first. I think I'm only up to season 2. And it's just following their first journey of like, on their first year or so.
Yeah.
It's so cool, man.
Yeah.
So good. I was talking to a cop the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, we were talking about this. Like we said, oh, what are you watching on Netflix at the moment? He asked me, and I was like, oh man, I'm watching The Rookie.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh bro, I watch it too. And I was like, what? A cop watching a cop show? Like, you know, I don't know. To me, it's like, bro, like that's crazy. Like, why? And I was like, I had to ask the question of, bro, how real is it? And he's like, oh, it's not like, you know, there's a lot of things that are dramatized in it, but he was saying the feeling of it, like, you know, the feeling that you get from it, that's real.
As in, like the feeling of
the emotion.
Okay. Yeah.
So like, it is a tough job. There are because in the show, there's a lot of moments like what we just talked about, like, you know, domestic violence, where like a copper will show up and just be like baffled.
Yeah.
But imagine a rookie who's never seen that.
Bro.
You get taught all of this stuff at college, and you get taught all of like how to handle these situations.
100%.
But when the rookies get thrown into that situation, bro, they just like, they see the world completely different.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what my cop client said. He said that like, when you become a cop, you get a whole different perspective on life.
Yeah.
And I've asked them about like, you know, do they do therapy because it must dictate a lot of your decisions in life. And yeah, they do.
Yeah, there is services available.
Yeah, it's so good that a lot of our people that are in service to like the community and everything, that they have therapy and stuff.
Whether they access them is a different story, but yeah,
100%.
they're there
100%.
available. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's cool.
It was a funny look. 'Cause I was just like, it's like one of those things that, you know, if you're a CrossFit athlete, like, do you go home and just watch CrossFit stuff?
I don't know, maybe.
Probably not. Yeah, I don't.
Do you watch barbering videos?
Yeah, on socials.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't watch a what do you call it? A TV show about it.
Yeah, like a. Hey, do they do that? Like like they do
reality TV show
tattoos.
Yeah,
do they?
Nah, not for barbering. They tried to do it a few years ago, but it didn't fly.
Bro, I saw the craziest thing the other day. I think it was on a podcast. It was a tattoo show. Do you know? I don't know. Maybe you saw it too. It was like these friends, and she got like a mystery tattoo that he decided, right? Bro, he did the dirty on it.
Is it that show that they get to choose a tattoo on the other person?
For the friend, right?
Yeah.
Bro, this guy...
That show is crazy.
This guy tattooed a snail trail onto his female friend because one time they went swimming and she had a snail trail. Bro. So it was like tattooed hair going all the way up her belly button. And the guy, I was like, first of all, tattoo artist, you're a bit of a... for doing that. Because surely you're just like, I'm not going to do that. It's a stupid idea.
It's for the show.
It's for the show.
Yeah.
But, bro, I was like, that's
I've seen
bonkers.
I've seen worse, bro.
Have you?
Yeah, I've seen worse. That TV show is...
it was
crazy.
It was just a short on Insta, and I was like, this is too much for me. I can't watch it.
Yeah, nah, man. There's some worse ones.
Holly got a tattoo when we were younger. When we first got married, she's got a big tattoo on her forearm. And the day before she got that tattoo, I had a dream that she got like the solar system tattooed all down her face and her neck. And I was like, bro, I just married this girl and now she's got this face tattoo.
Bro.
That was an interesting dream.
You know, you actually have some very interesting dreams.
Yeah, bro, I have good dreams, yeah.
The other day you said that you had a dream of me, and I was like, that's sus ass.
Yeah, I had a dream. We were picking up little diamonds from the floor, and you were like, nah, G, leave them, they're tiny. And I was like, not a chance, bro. Collect them. Bro, last night I had a dream that I amputated both my hands. It was bonkers.
Bro, what are you doing during the day that you dreamed that? Wow. Like,
I don't know, bro, but I was thinking, something happened to me, and I was like, bro, said to the doctor, just cut them off. Like, I'm done. Chopped them off, and then I was like, I got all this strength, but I have no hands. I literally can't do anything anymore because I've got no hands. It was funny,
you can't do anything anymore.
What am I going to do with these stumps, man? It's so shit. Bro, I've got some good dreams. I should write them down.
You should, bro.
Heaps, bro.
You should. You could write a series on it.
A little dream series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that.
World's craziest dreams. Oh, bro. Can you imagine that?
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Would it be cool? Would it be scary?
Bro, I've got a dream. Have I told you my airplane dream? No. My airplane dream was that I dreamt that I saw a plane crash.
Yeah.
Boom. Plane crashed. And then in my dream, I was crying, right? Actually, this is really important because, I mean, it speaks to, like, a big part of our life. But in my dream, I was like, damn, man, there's, like, this plane crash. And so I ran towards it. It was in a field. And then all I had a sense was like, just pray for people. And so I started, like, praying for people, like, praying and, like, helping people as much as I could. And then pray for that person, run over there, help that person, pray. And then I woke up and I was physically crying. In my dream, I woke up and I was like, "What is going on?"
That's like the peeing in your dream.
Yeah. Oh, you want to share your story, bro?
I don't have those dreams anymore.
But I was physically crying and I was upset and I was overwhelmed and, like, as we'll get to know, like, we're Christians, right? And so I was like, something in my spirit just doesn't feel right. So anyways, long story short, started praying. Next day, woke up, went to work. This is back in the UK. Searched got into the office, started my day. Headline was like when a plane got shot down over Ukraine.
Oh, that one.
That was that night, bro. It was the night that I had that dream, and I was like, what is going on? Yeah. So I've just had these interesting dreams, bro. I've always been an interesting dreamer.
Those would be interesting conversations to bring it. Like, eventually we can get to that
for sure
point where we talk about those sort of things, you know?
Yeah.
Like what do you call the plane that went missing?
MH70 or something like that.
MH70,
Yeah, the Malaysian one. Yeah.
Nothing just goes missing, bro.
Someone knows something out there, but we'll keep that for another episode.
Something.
All right. Well, so the other thing that we wanted to do in our podcast was like a gratitude moment, right?
Yep.
Something that we've been trying to practice in our lives, and just like this idea of like tying into our vision of being a wholesome podcast. So just sharing maybe one or two things that we're grateful for.
It's also like something that we want to interact with our audience as well. 100%. Is that, you know, in the comments, like, you know, just, even if it's one thing that you're grateful for, just check it into the comments.
Yeah, we'll have a read and then we'll share some, I reckon.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something that that we can just share on the podcast.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah, for sure.
The next episode.
Yeah. So do you have anything you're grateful for?
Yes. The one for our first episode is my parents.
Yo.
Yeah, super grateful for my parents. It's funny that today is Father's Day.
True.
And so talking about dreams,
the
other day I had a dream of my dad.
Did you?
Yeah, and
nice.
It's crazy when you have those dreams because it's something that subconsciously happens in your mind.
Yeah.
Like the last week and a bit, I've been wanting to call my parents, but I just keep getting caught up, like, you know, with like, you know, the business and the stuff that I had to do, like, you know, other things. And I just like, I gotta call my parents. And then I had that dream, like, you know, of my old man. I don't know what he was doing in my dream, but I just remember waking up the next morning and being like, I gotta call him. Yeah. Like, you know, and then I still didn't call him that day. But I was gonna call him yesterday, and I was like, nah, actually I'll call him Father's Day. So I called him this morning, and wished him a happy Father's Day. And
nice.
Yeah, super grateful for my parents, mom and dad.
That's sick, man. Yeah, parents are cool. Yeah, I'm getting a chance to see my parents next month, actually, going to LA. Yeah. Spend some time with them, which would be cool. I'm grateful for opportunities, I reckon. Yeah. A few things coming up, just grateful for like people and what opportunities come from meeting new people. Yeah. And that's really, that's sick. Yeah, it's really cool. So
one of my friends said this, like, I honestly don't know whether he got it as a quote from somewhere but he gave me this quote for like opportunities and business. Yeah. And it was, like, great companies are not built off great ideas, but they're built off great opportunities.
Okay.
And it was crazy, you know, because I was like, there's some great ideas out there. Yeah. And he's like, but like, everyone's got a great idea. It's just whether you got an opportunity to work on that.
True, bro. True.
And so it's crazy. This is someone who I would love to have on the podcast one day, who's very into all of the crypto world and in the business world and startup stuff. But yeah, man. You know,
I think that's so true too, because like what comes to my mind is like you can have a great idea, but you might miss the opportunity which gets you to that person that's going to take that idea to something else, or like, man.
And it's like when an opportunity is put in front of you, like, do you see it as less because it's not a great idea? Or do you see it as like, hey, that's something that got me a way in?
Yeah. For sure. 100%, bro. That's cool as.
Spitting some facts there, you know?
That's my brother. Yeah. And my brother's a G, but he, speaking of opportunities and then getting somewhere, he straight out of uni, so he's a physio. And straight out of uni, he worked for like the pro football club in our town. So Preston North End is what they're called. Bro, he worked for free, volunteered. Straight out of uni, volunteer. Then got a paid gig, like was crushing it with the players. Got a really good relationship with the players. Yeah. Opened his own place. Bro, dude's killing it. So
100%, man. Sometimes those sacrifices is an opportunity.
Got to take the opportunity.
Yeah, you got to take the opportunity to make that sacrifice that one day will pay off. Yeah. You know? But if it doesn't, like, enjoy the journey.
Yeah. You can learn stuff from it.
You can learn stuff from the journey, like, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool as, man. Yeah, so that's what I'm grateful for. Also grateful we are grateful for Factory Sounds in South Melbourne.
Let's go.
They hooked us up with this setup, which is looking pretty sick.
Yep, 100%. Hooked us up with like our mics, our cords, our mic stands and stuff. Can't be more grateful for people that are willing to like, you know, just help us out and stuff. Yeah.
And like, he was just a good dude too. Like we rolled in there and we're like, hey, this is the vision. This is what we want to do. Yeah. And he could have just been like, oh, 2 more punks that want to start a podcast.
100%. And it's like these days, there's a podcast for everything.
100%. Yeah.
There's a podcast everywhere. There's, you know, so it's one of those things you walk into a shop that's a sound shop.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, we're going to start a podcast. And he's like, ugh, this guy.
These guys.
Okay.
But nah, thanks, Chris. We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
That awesome. Was, it was really good. All right, gang.
Yeah. Wow. So that's our first episode.
Our
pilot episode for today.
Bro, we started rocky. Not going to lie. We started a bit rocky.
Yeah, man. But hey, we got there.
we got there.
Yeah, we got there at the end of the day. This is one of many. And, you know, like we're here for the people.
Yeah.
As well.
For sure.
So yeah, like, subscribe on YouTube or whatever platform you're listening to us on.
Yo.
Interact with us in the comments below. Also follow our socials.
Social media.
Yeah. We're not on TikTok, right?
Nah. We may be on TikTok soon.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, we're on Instagram, Cut to the Chase.
Yo.
Chase spelled
CHAISE.
Yep.
Like a therapist chase. Hey, there's levels to this.
There's levels to this. Look, we put some thought into this.
We did.
We didn't just wake up one day and was just like, we want to become podcasters. Yeah, but that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, hey, look, every podcast tells you to like and subscribe and stuff like that. And we get it. It can be a bit like draining sometimes. But genuinely, if you enjoyed the episode, then like we would really appreciate the like and subscribe and the feedback. Like it means a lot.
Yeah.
To 2 dudes trying to start a podcast, just one little click of a button means a lot. Hey,
100%.
So gang, thanks Alfie. It was a good episode.
Hey, thanks Liam. You're not Alfie. I'm Alfie.
Yeah.
Thanks Liam.
That's right. My name is Liam.
And that's a wrap.